Yo, it's your boy DZ, man. You already know it's not about the setback. It's about the get back. I want to appreciate everyone that's became a member, that subscribed to the channel, and that watches the channel. I appreciate y'all. If you haven't already hit that notification bell, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we go live. I appreciate all of y'all that rock with me, and I hope y'all continue to rock with me. Yo, what's poppin', man? It's a lot going on out there, man. Facts. It's a lot going on, man. They got Trump acting like he didn't want ICE to go in the way they going in. He said they taking the immigrants out of here that they should leave. Like, Trump confused, man. He putting his power hand down, but I think he confused, man. Now that he see it's getting real, you know, shit getting real. People out there going hard in the paint, you know, and if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do, you know. But there's some people out there going hard. Trump said they breaking up the cement to throw rocks at the people, and those people are paid to do what they doing. He said they paid. They the criminals, you know. I mean, y'all gotta let me know how y'all feel about it, man. Call in, man. 757-770-6442, man. Open discussion, man. Call in, let me know how y'all feel about it. It's a lot going on, and the shit is spreading all over the country now. Different states, they protesting everywhere now. And it's just the beginning. I think that this shit definitely gonna hit everywhere from the looks of things, you know. This shit gonna hit everywhere because, you know, in every state, there's immigrants. There's people that's illegal in every state. And they just starting in the bigger cities first, and it's going down to the smaller cities. So I think shit about to turn up even more. We just seeing the beginning of it. And I don't know where it's gonna go at, how far it's gonna go, but the heat is on. It's a lot of people that are here illegal. It's a lot of people that's here, you know, legit. And they done started something. They done literally started something, and they don't care. Like, ICE, they humans. These are human beings doing a job. When you get into a certain type of job that you do, you usually take it serious for the job, and you get numb to human life. You don't care about nothing but the job you doing. And you gonna try to perform the job top tier because you don't want to lose your job, lose the position. So they don't be really caring. They don't care. You know, I think if your paperwork ain't right, you better get low. If your paperwork ain't right, you better get low, man. Sbgbtv. It's a live call-in show. What's popping?
How you doing, DZ? This is Gary, man, from Lancaster, California, man.
Gary, what's popping, my brother?
Oh, man, I'm retired now, man.
That's the good life, ain't it?
Yeah, I'm retired, man. I've been watching this thing, man. First of all, DZ, man, thank you, man. Really, your show done really blew up. I've been checking it time to time, but on this thing out here, man, it's kind of cruel, man. What's going on? First of all, man, it breaks my heart because I was a Marine for 4 years, and Marines don't do crowd control and riots, man. And really, man, it wasn't like they said on TV. It was only like about. It was down there in front of the federal building in the VA hospital downtown. It was right down there. And that's like Skid Row, man. It was like maybe a couple. They did a lot of damage, but it was mostly the police, man, doing that. It reminded me of the 60s, the same thing I saw happen to us when I was a kid. The water hose, the dogs, and all that old stuff, man. Then they just started, man, them cops shot so much ordnance the first day they ran out. They shot so much ordnance. Then they just started shooting people just randomly, man, with rubber bullets, and shot a girl in the head. They shot a news lady. They just started shooting people, man. Then it started being fun. They just started catching them one by one, man, just gunning them down, man, with them rubber bullets and them paint things and paintballs and stuff like that. And yeah, it's real ugly, man. And then they jacked up the Padilla, the congressman, senator. Alex Padilla, they got him at the federal building for doing nothing, man, just speaking up. I mean, this is like the worst racism I've seen in my life, and I'm 66 years old. I've never seen nothing like this, DZ, except back in the 60s.
Okay.
And then hold up now, you got these gangbangers going today out in the hood telling people, y'all take that somewhere, just getting it stuck, man. That don't have really nothing to do with us, man. Well, I don't know, man, but hey, man, when they see it, for all my life, when that happened to us, the whole world stood to the side and watched. Just watched this stuff happen. Now it's seeing another people the same thing. Man, they was going after strawberry pickers and not no gangsters. They not going after no thugs. They go after just people that work day laborers and stuff like that, man. Put it like this: the people that arrested, Trump probably got more felons than all of them put together. They not arresting no real bad people. But man, it's good you speaking on this topic, man. It's because it's really what's going on now, man.
You know what I want to say though, Gary? Now listen,
yes,
right? I wanted to say something because I thought about something, right?
Right.
So they're arresting all of these people, right? And they put a full court blitz on this, right?
Right.
This right here opened my eyes to something totally different, whereas though they want all the crime to happen the way it's happening in the streets, because if they can put a blitz on the immigrants, they can put a blitz on all the gang members and all the drug dealers and everybody that's in the hood committing crimes to stop the crimes. But they don't put a blitz on that kind of shit. They just minimize it, and they just periodically lock people up, and then they continue to let the same shit operate, but they got a full court blitz on this right here, but not the shit that's really destroying the country.
You're right. Hey, you ever heard of Joseph Stalin?
Joseph Stalin?
Yeah.
Nah, never heard of Joseph Stalin.
Okay, he was the original Putin. He was in charge of Russia before World War II and during World War II. He killed 25 million of his own people. I mean, he was a brutal dictator, just like Putin, just like the guy in North Korea. That's what Trump picture himself being like those guys, having military parades and one voice. You see how everybody, like that guy Hexelf, his FBI people, everybody's really incompetent. The school lady don't even know who Miss Bridges was. The director of education. I retired from the government. I retired from the government.
Okay.
When it made. Yeah. So all that stuff they were saying, hey man, all the research stuff, like people that had stage 4 cancer and stuff like that, they had research for them. They cut all that out. They cut all the PTSD classes out and stuff like that. They cut everything out. Hey man, all they doing now, man, is the day before I retired, I talked to Karen Bass, the mayor, and she said, hey, they driving me crazy. She was at the VA the day before I retired. I talked to her. But man, Trump is really a coward. And the people around him is cowards. They're just racist, man. This is what racism look like. Look what Obama had to go through to prove himself to be a president. He had to prove his birth certificate, prove where he went to Harvard, prove everything. All Trump had to do was just be white. But that's how America is. America's more racist than anything. You see how this is about race. This is about MAGA. This is about a bunch of white people sticking together, trying to send America back in time, and they're doing it. They're doing it. But but you got some good people like Cory Booker, and you got that lady Crockett out of Texas. You got a couple of black and Green. You got some people that standing up. Padilla. A lot of them standing up, but a lot of them are just going along with it, man. A lot of them is going along with it, man. But remember, man, what they doing to them, they did to us. Okay, that's why people so upset now. Black people, we feel the same way every day because we know not to trust them. Now other people seeing how white people really are. To us, look how they doing everybody else. Everybody saying how cruel Trump is, how cruel the government is, how cruel, which is true. But when it was happening to us, it wasn't cruel. Black people were bad. We was this, we was that, we was that. But they drove it to the point we hate ourselves today. We still hate ourselves. Look at Wack now. We still hate ourselves. We still, and I'm finna go, Deez, and I gotta say this before I go. I'm glad you put that Bold TV getting knocked out 600 because I tell you, ain't none of them dudes fight. That's why they keep guns. Hey man, love your show. Keep up the good work.
I appreciate you calling in.
All right.
Hey, listen, man. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share this video. It's a live call-in show. If you got a different opinion, call in with your opinion. 757-770-6442. Call in with your opinion, And from what I see with this here, right? They can stop all the street shit if they want to. From me seeing this, right? They can literally shut down all the street activity if they want to. And I've been known this, right? But they don't want to shut down the street shit because they bringing the bricks in. They allowing this shit to come through. They don't want to stop it. Sbgbtv. It's a live call-in show. What's popping?
Okay, yo. So we was talking about Trump. What was we talking about?
It's a live call-in show, man. Have you been paying attention?
I just jumped in. That's why you see me hit the text. I said, "What's the number?" Because I wanted to jump in when he was talking about Trump, talking about we knew all this shit. What is he talking about? That's what I'm saying. What are we talking about? We talking about the illegals or what?
We talking about illegals, and we talking about the stuff that's going on right now, and we talking about how they pushing the people out of here and doing what they doing.
Okay, so check it out. Look, so I've been seeing Twitter feeds from mad accounts because everybody think they a star, right? Everybody want to go live when they get the chance to, and when they go live, they want to spread their rigmarole, whatever, and that's all good. But some of this shit that they're doing, they are spreading it to small towns and small-minded people who have this kind of hive mind where they'll really start some shit, bro. Now, I mean, I've seen literal damage, bro. Like when riots happen, I've seen niggas literally just tear up their block for the fuck of it. You feel what I'm saying? I've seen niggas just want to run in the mall because they can, or running in the Target. Like, it was a blackout out here in Dago. The Walmart shut down for like 3 hours. And in 3 hours, they lost almost $1 million in shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, sometimes what we be doing it for a good cause, but we be doing it just to be doing it. You feel what I'm saying? So if you're going to do it right, do it right. And I'm not going to push no racist agenda, but if y'all going to be pushing to stay here, flagging the Mexico flag ain't the answer, bro. It ain't the answer. You hear what I'm saying?
Man, I appreciate your opinion on that, my brother.
Nah, hold on. I ain't done no. Can I get a minute? Can I breathe?
Did you subscribe to the channel? Come on now.
Yes, I did. I subscribed to the channel. Come on, G.
Okay, all right, let's go.
Yeah, then let me breathe, man. Let me cook. Look. So look, y'all want to have your little flags, and that's beautiful. And I'm not gonna say they little because Mexico, much love to Mexico. Cali was all Mexico. They have their right to, feel how they feel. But at the same time, this is America, what I mean? Y'all want to stay here. Y'all got to act like y'all want to play here. You feel what I'm saying? You can't sit up here and be on no double agent shit. Double agent shit is treason. That's in the Constitution. Y'all know that before y'all get here. And most of y'all, look, I ain't gonna go crazy and put y'all in the box because it's a lot of Mexicans who they down for the flag, guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of other people who just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? So the president gonna be the president, and then let's just be honest, we can't go stomping they stomping grounds at all. Ain't no rule there. We be out of there fast. Let us go down there and try to build something, try to build a community. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna happen. There's taxes and all that, and we ain't even talking about the government. We talking about the streets. Streets gonna make us pay taxes. So, you know, I mean, they get it here. It's the free world, bro. And I get it, land of the free. I know the hardships that y'all go through, bro. I want y'all here. I want y'all here with us where we can all prosper and grow. But, you know what I'm saying? The president is saying do it right. So, hey, if y'all got to do it right, do it right. But all this running in schools and shit, that's trash. That's
All right,
trash.
now one question I'm gonna ask you for. You know, we let you get out of here, right? Now, what do you think about what they saying that ICE is taking people that aren't illegal and they're detaining them without allowing them to contact their people, and then when they find out they not illegal, they letting them go. So they just picking people from the way that they look and just grabbing randoms, and then we'll find out if you're illegal later. What you think about that?
Now, I've seen videos on that too. It happened in Atlanta. They snatched a gardener. And those people fall hard because they knew he had his paperwork, and through internals or whatever, they contacted each other back and forth, and they got that man back in America within 72 hours or a week. It took something like that. That's some crazy stuff, and that's what I was saying too. That's why I said that running in schools and shit, that's trash, bro. Because they snatching people. It's the separation of parents from kids. It's something that we dare not say. I'm gonna say it if y'all understand. It's crystal knocked, night of the broken glass type shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So if you know the science, what I'm talking to you, I'm kicking real ballistics here, bro. And everybody should understand what I'm saying, bro. And that right there is it's very dangerous because that could set off something internally. You know what I mean? I don't want to have a war with my own people on my own soil. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
I appreciate you calling in, brother.
Yes, sir.
Man, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share this video. You know, I appreciate all of y'all in the building. You hear me? Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button, man. Yeah. Let's see what it is, man. You know, we popping. Line is open. Sbgbtv. It's a live call-in show. What's popping?
Hello?
Sbgbtv. It's a live call-in show. What's popping?
What's popping, bro? What's popping, man? You know I had to get in on this, D.
Yes, sir. What's goody, man?
Now, you hit the mother effing nail on the head, bro, about why they doing that. They like you said, like we talked about selective politics.
Yeah.
It's the same shit, man. It's the same shit. They get money. You know, they get money from us. That's why they don't want to stop. That's why they don't want to stop the gang shit, because they get money from the privately owned prisons. They get a bag for each one of us. They locking up.
Yeah.
So it's like it's real selective, man. What they doing? It's real selective. And then on the thing about, I know you heard today, the farm helpers and the hotel helpers, now Trump done switched it.
Yeah, he don't want them to get put. He don't want them to get ejected. He like, hold on, man. I know they illegal, but damn, I don't want y'all to get them. They should be able to stay.
you know why though? Because the big wig that got more money than him, they hit him up like, hold on, bro. We own them hotels, bro. Hold on now.
You messing with our paper.
Yeah, man. Like, hold up, bro. Put the brakes on this thing. Now that's why you pulling back on that. But then that goes back to selective politicking again. So you gonna let them stay because they work with your buddies, and then you want to
get rid of the rest of them. Like it's kind of like sketchy. It's kind of like sticky, man. And I know people personally, bro. That I know a couple people personally. They just grabbed them up, man. They just grabbed them up, and then they gonna grab you up at first, then go through all the paperwork and all the other stuff, and they'll let you go. But it's that process, man, of snatching you up, taking you away. Nobody wants to go through all that shit, man. That's the crazy part. They'll just snatch you up. They'll just run up on you, snatch you, and handle it in the wash later on. They let you go. But I'm like, come on, bro.
Straight body snatching.
Yeah, man. Like, come on, bro. Like, come.
Straight body snatching.
It just ain't making no sense, man. Like, that's all I had to chime in. I had to jump in, but you hit the nail on the head with that, man. That's why they don't put a stop to the rest of the shit that's going on. If they can easily bring in the Marines, the National Guard, the FBI for this,
yeah,
they could do that. Dropping right in Compton, dropping right in Inglewood, dropping right in Little Haiti, wherever.
Yeah.
Little Zone 6, they can do whatever they want to do. They just don't want to do it. But yeah, go and do your thing, bro. I'm here.
All right.
Sbgbtv, stand up.
You know it. Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Prayers up for Kid Kill. Prayers up for Kid Kill. Sbgbtv, it's a live call-in show. What's popping?
DZ, what it do, man?
What's good? What the business is?
Shit, I'm out here in LA, man. I'm seeing all of this that y'all talking about.
All right. Holla at me.
All right. Well, shit, first of all, I come up out of the Crenshaw district, homie, and when I was growing up, I was born in 75. So earlier on in life, it really wasn't no beef with the essays with the Mexicans out here or any other Central American countries, because they're not all Mexicans. A lot of them coming from Venezuela, Guatemala, all of that. But during the late 80s into the early 90s, it started to be beef with the Mexicans. So they didn't like us. They grew up being taught to stay away from us, to hang with white people. And if you talk to anybody around my age, like I said, I'm 50, born in 75, they will tell you that that's what's going on. Now, people who are younger than me also seen this. Some people who are older than me may not have gone through that. But when I was going to high school, Crenshaw, Westchester, all of those schools, nice schools, and, you know, some hood schools, they didn't like us, and they still don't like us. And street Mexicans played by penitentiary rules. Now, as far as them gathering these people up, they're gathering them up, and if they found out that they're not illegal, they letting them go. Now, if you over here terrorizing some shit, don't get mad if you get terrorized by the police. And I do agree with you, because I've been saying this to even some of my banging homies up out of my area. If they really want to get rid of us, they'll do an all-out blitz like they're doing on them. They don't want to get rid of none of this violence.
Word.
They want the violence to come. And a lot of that violence that they doing is caused by these little Democratic Party outlets that they pay these people. They got ads on Craigslist, bro, that and I'll send you the link later on, because a lot of your moderators holler at me when we get in the chat. We always salute each other. RM6630, I think, and a couple, Mike B, I think a couple other people I recognize. So anyway, I'll find out how to shoot you the link. They got Craigslist ads saying we need big, strong ones. Come here, show up here. We'll pay you $200 a day. We giving out $2,500 to $6,500 if you throw bricks. We're gonna have cars drive up and pull bricks off.
Send that to me, bro.
Yeah, I will. One of the cats was a white dude who said the name of the company is whatever. I sent the link to one of my bros. He listening right now, but I have to get it out my phone. But I'll send all that to you tonight when you come back on, or when I'll tap in with one of your moderators. But it's all real shit. It ain't no fake shit. And for any black person that's riding for these people to stay here is a damn fool and a coon, because they are taught not to like us, bro. They are taught to be with white people and say, we them. Of their organization, LULAC, who said our fight is not the Negro fight. Don't fight with them. Don't stand with them. Stay away from them. They are our enemy. I'll send that information to you too, and they got articles out from the dude who said that.
Send that
that's
to
all
me.
the way back from 60 something to I think he was 80 till he was president for like 4 or 5 years, bro. Because I'm rambling trying to get this shit out because I know you got other people trying to come in. You got other ideas and other people who want to get their opinions off.
Yeah,
But
do
like
your
I
thing,
said,
man. You good, man. Shout out to Vatan Dom and appreciate that super chat. Obama still has deported more people than Trump.
yeah, they called him the deporter in chief, bro. See, they trying to blame Trump because the news tells them to blame Trump. They stuck on CNN and MSNBC and listen to these news networks that don't like the man. I don't know Trump. But I know when there was a homeless black lady that's living on the corner, he put her up in Trump Plaza and got her fresh flowers every morning. When George Foreman was going broke on his grill, he went to Trump and got a loan. People need to listen to Judge Joe Brown, who actually knows this man and knows the things he's done. He, even though I don't like Jesse Jackson, he tried to fund both of Jesse Jackson's presidential campaigns in '84 and '88. And Biden said, "Hey, man, why are you helping this black dude? What's up with you and this black dude?" All through the '90s, when we had fights at the Trump Plaza, Trump was with the brothers. So he wasn't a racist then. He wasn't a racist to Foreman, Ali, Frazier. But he's a racist now. That's very strange. You know what I mean? But they don't call out the real racists who told you if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black. Called LL Cool J a boy on the stage. Bill Clinton said when him and Obama was on stage, he said a couple of years ago, this boy will be bringing me my coffee. And Obama laughed at it. So they don't look at the game that's in their face. They want to play all of this, the game behind the game, and I read this book, so I know this. Man, you know what they giving you, man. You know what they giving you. And the shit that they play right in your face, you don't even say nothing about it. When Obama comes out, he comes out to chastise us, talk about us. When he wanted to talk to the brothers, and he told us we lucky Michelle wasn't there because we didn't want Kamala. You ran a weak candidate for your Democratic Party. Nobody liked the candidate. It wasn't because she wasn't a real black person. Bro, that's all it was. And, who you going to pick? Somebody who keeps laughing and giggling and said, I grew up in a middle-class neighborhood, which you didn't. You grew up in Canada in a nice area. Or you going to vote for somebody who just said straight out, this is what I plan on doing. This is what we got to do. It may be rough, but, hey, it's going to be greater later. You don't give nobody a choice. And it's not the lesser of the two evils. It's like, are you going to be a fool or are you going to be a damn fool? That's what it is. But shout out to your channel. I know you got other people want to get on. I'll be on later on when you go live again, and I'll tap in with your moderators to find out how to get that information I was telling you about to you, because I don't say nothing that I cannot prove, bro.
All you got to do is email it to me, bro. Sbgbtv@gmail.com.
All right, I got you. I'm going to shoot it to you. Give me a couple of minutes. I'm just now getting some food for my fam, and I'm finna sit down and watch the rest of your show, and I'll send it to you.
I appreciate you.
All right, peace, Brody.
Yeah. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that subscribe button, man. The line is open. Y'all can call in 757-770-6442. Let me know how you feel about it, man. Y'all see where I stand at. They can shut this shit down whenever they want to. They got niggas running around the hood acting like they doing something. Sbgbtv, it's a live call-in show. What's popping?
Yo. Run, man, real quick. He was on point with certain stuff he was saying. A lot of what he was saying was on point. But when we talk about Obama deporting the most illegals out of Cali, that if you talk to anybody, well, I know a whole bunch, man. I can't even tell you how many Hispanics I know. From Guatemala, Mexico, to Honduras, to El Salvador, all of that's over here. I have partners, buddies, all of that. But
okay.
They okayed that. Like, they were cool with that. Like, I talked to some yesterday. They didn't have a problem with Obama because he was getting rid of the illegals, like the criminals. Like, he was getting rid of the criminal illegals, not just snatching up anybody. So they didn't have a problem with that. They was cool. They was like, yeah, get them the hell out of here. They messing it up for us. That's how they felt about that.
But they ain't running all-out blitz like they running now.
Yeah. He wasn't just snatching regular people up. Like, hey, man, let me throw you in back of the thing, take you down there, run you through the whole rigmarole thing. Okay, he good. Send him on home. Now, nah, he wasn't doing that. He was going after the exact criminals that they knew. Yeah, he got them the hell up out of here. He did do that. He did do that. But that's all I wanted to say. I'm out, man. Sbgbtv.
Appreciate it, bro. Man, hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that like button. Smash the like button, man. Call in. Y'all know what it is. 757-770-6442. Let me know how you feel, man. I feel they could shut all this street shit down if they wanted to. Now that I see this, how they pulled the all-out blitz, think about it now. If they wanted to shut the street shit down, it ain't gonna be no people out there trying to fight the police because they shut the niggas on the block moving work. What they gonna be trying to fight for? It wouldn't be nobody out there trying to destroy the community when the community's already being destroyed from selling shit all across the world. If they wanted to shut it down, niggas gonna go high. They can shut all that shit down, but they chose to go at this right here, hard body, for what? If you think about it. But this is how they play though, man. This let me know that they letting this shit go on in the street purposely. People out in the street that got all kinds of shit running through the street, whatever they pumping out there, they allowing it because they could shut it down. This is the prime example to let us all know why they not shutting this shit down. Huh? Why is all the work being moved in this country? Huh? And they can shut it down if they want to. They don't care. That's why. Y'all niggas go ahead and be distracted by street shit and go ahead and off each other. Go ahead and destroy your communities. We gonna pack y'all all in this community. But if we want to lock you up, we're going to lock you up. This shit is like controlled crime, if you really pay attention to it. They controlling the crime. They allowing jokers to run around here and move that work. They allowing them now. They allowing people to run around and move that work because they must be benefiting. It must be beneficial. Yeah. And Trump made this statement about the Olympics coming. He definitely made that statement that the Olympics is coming, so they cleaning shit up, which we all know that that's what's going on, right? Trump then made the statement. But I'm wondering if how we see this right here, after this, are any of the politicians going to be talking about why haven't they put a mass blitz on the shit that's going on illegal in the communities? Why not? I really think if they would have put a focus on that, America would have been a better place. You know, this is what I think. If they put a focus on putting the pressure on street shit, people would find other ways to hustle. They made that shit whereas though it makes people feel like they got an opportunity to do it if they don't get caught. If I go out here and get a pack, it's cool if I don't get caught. Then I complain about it if I get caught. But y'all can put a blitz on this shit. They shut the mob down. When they wanted to shut the mob down, they annihilated them. Huh? How you mean to tell me Bricks been being moved in this country for a long time, for decades, and y'all haven't stopped that? Come on, man. I see what it is now, though. You know, they say the older you get, the wiser you get. I see what it is. Y'all don't want to stop that. People are benefiting. That shit is a business. Because if y'all wanted to stop that, that shit would have been over. You know? Man, call in, man. Let me know how you feel. 757-770-6442. Don't be shy. Call in and let me know how you feel. Why they ain't shutting that down, but they got a full court press on this. And this shit spreading all across the country. Everywhere. It's people in every state that's here illegal. And they got ICE going down the line. Straight up. And you see it every day. Yo, they just hit this new spot. They hit this new spot. They pulled up here. They pulled up there. Now we talking about America. That's what we talking about. That's what we talking about. We talking about America, man. Niggas is running around here risking themselves to sell work because they giving you the opportunity to hang yourself. Then when they want to come with the RICO, they shut shit down. But if they put a full court blitz on that shit, if they put a blitz on that shit, right, and shut it all the way down, you better know niggas would put their minds somewhere else. They got this in the music. That's all they talk about is the work. You know, this is idolized. But if they shut it down, just how they doing right now, it'll make people's mind redirect. Because it's a lot of hustlers that are able to do other things, but this is glorified to the hustler. You know, it's like you can build your own business off of street shit. So people want to do that. I'm going to build my own business, fast money. But there's other ways to make fast money. But that shit keep us blinded. And I'm thinking it's mainly for us. If we being real, that shit mainly for us. Because think about it. Let's be real. It's niggas that's mainly selling work. Yeah, Mexicans and different cultures get it over here. But it's niggas in America that's selling work. Yeah, think about that. And all the songs and the music talking about moving work, it's niggas selling something, pumping and grinding work. It's niggas. But they can shut it down if they want to. They just choose not to. And I see this shit down though. You know, make sure y'all hit that like button too. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Why they don't want to shut that down? Huh? You know, and Trump looking at it now like them illegals on the farms and in the hotels, they was beneficial. He don't want them to go now. But he already started something. You know what I mean? He already started something. It ain't no taking it back. You know, people hot. I'm wondering how this shit gonna calm down though. You know, because it just got started. You know, it's other people that's watching this shit on the news across the world in different states. Seeing it started in LA. And they feeling some type of way about it. And they want to go outside. Man, I'm ready to go out here and protest. They gathering people together. Man, we going out here. And then, here you go. Marines, ICE, Army, whatever they putting out there to shut it down, they shut it down. I feel like they should do it with the street shit, man. If they did that, it'll give niggas a different opportunity in life. Niggas done adapted to the street life. They adapted to it. This is what it is. This is all or nothing. I'm going to the block with it. They didn't put that in our mind though. And we can't get it out of our mind. We can't get it out of our mind though. That's what's ill. And I wish we could though, you know. I wish we could. I wish we could get it out of our mind, man. And say, fuck it. We need that. I'm going to be real. Shut the streets down. Fuck it. Put a full court blitz on the streets so niggas can use a different mentality. Man, I'm going to go do this. I'm going to create this. You know, all they want us to do is sell work, man. That's all they want us to do. Sell work. And make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button, man. Share this live. You know, he said, I think the spotlight is just put more on Black Americans. Man, I don't see the spotlight on Black Americans. I don't see that. They right now they dealing with the immigrants. The spotlight is on them. Spotlight is on the immigrants. I think they need to put the spotlight on the hood. You know, shut that shit down so we can change the direction of our thinking. We ain't going to change the direction of our thinking if they keep playing with it. Nah, fuck that. Shut that down. Shut all that down so that a nigga's mind will go somewhere else. I'm not reverting to trying to move some work. I need to think about something else because they put a blitz on it. The immigrants right now that's here illegal, they ain't trying to run over here. The illegals ain't trying to come right now. Think about that. Don't nobody want to come here right now while this shit is going down. Don't nobody illegal want to come to America. This ain't the move. But when they want to put a blitz on it, they put a blitz on it. Nobody want to come to America right now. You know what I mean? Don't nobody want to come to America right now at all. The line is open though. You can call in, man. 757-770-6442. Sbgbtv. It's a live call-in show. What's popping?
What's going on, DZ? You know it's Chelsea from the 718. Booking me out, chill.
What's popping?
Oh my gosh, shit is crazy. I just wanted to put in my little 2 cents about these riots because I didn't really think it was going to get out of hand like this, to be honest. I thought it was just going to be in LA, but things was getting real crazy. So, first off, I feel like it's definitely insensitive for ICE to be running up to the job, running up to the graduations. I'm seeing these videos on TikTok. The parents is getting up and flying out the ceremonies because ICE is breaking through. And it's like, while I got empathy, at the same time, it's like when the regular police come to arrest you, they don't care where you at. They don't care where you at. They don't care what you're doing, who you with. They just gonna come scoop you. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I do feel like it's insensitive. It's like, why would you expect sensitivity from ICE that's running up under Trump? That's one. 2, I feel like the argument that the National Guard shouldn't have been there because they wasn't given consent or requested from the governor or whatever, that's technically a valid argument, and that's why the governor went and sued the administration, and he actually did win. Of course, Trump put the appeal in, so we're gonna see how that go. But to say, people are really saying that LA had it under control before the guards was there. And we all see in the footage of before the National Guard was there, the city was reckless. The city was reckless. They throwing bombs. They looting the stores. This was far from a peaceful protest. So they couldn't tripping with that one.
Okay.
And then my little final point is that with the people saying that, they detaining the legal immigrants and finding out, it's kind of fucked up. But it kind of reminds me of when we was in our stop and frisk era. I don't know if they remember that, when they used to just be picking up the whole block, and they was just straight up profiling and we'll figure it out later. It's giving me those vibes. So it's And they was okay with doing a stop and frisk with legal citizens that was here. You know, why would they really take the time to try to comb through all the illegal immigrants that's not really supposed to be here?
Okay.
So those are my little talking points. I just wanted to break through, but shout out to DZ, shout out to Sbgbtv. Keep doing your thing. You already know it's not about the setback, it's about to get back. Per.
I appreciate you calling in.
Okay.
Man, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Smash that like button. You hear me? And share this live. Man, call in. The line is open. 757-770-6442. Man, don't be shy. It ain't that time to be shy. It's a lot going on right now. You hear me? You got a voice right here. You know, a lot of people, they want to mumble what they want to say. Man, you got a voice to say it. You can get it out there now. If you feel some type of way about it, you can get it out there. Stop holding it in. That's the problem. Don't go out there and think you're going to throw a rock and somebody going to hear you. You got to say it where you can be heard. Can't nobody hear you throwing a rock. They taking that as violence. This right here is where you can get it out. Straight up. You know, I appreciate all y'all that rock with me, you hear me? And that's a fact. Said a lot of jobs they do, Americans are too lazy to do. Proud of your ancestors, but don't burn the American flag. Let me see. Hit that 20K, it's almost here. Hit that. Man, hit that like button, man. You know, I appreciate y'all. Let me know how you feel. Trees was popping. You know, all my people, man. He said the shit that was going on in Chicago was crazy. He said it's getting crazy everywhere. They ain't playing no games. It ain't playing no games. They ain't playing no games. Not right now. Line is open, man. Don't be shy, man. You know, don't be shy. Sbgbtv. It's a live call-in show. What's popping?
Hey, what's going on?
What's popping?
Hey, I'm Mexican. I'm out here in LA. I was born and raised here. They call us pochos. What's going on is that the Mexican community is at war with the illegals. Legals against the illegals.
Talk about it. Listen.
That's what's happening.
Hey, man, listen. Hold on. I got to say this. I appreciate you calling in.
Cesar Chavez Boulevard.
I appreciate you calling in. This is what we need to hear. Tell us about that, man.
Okay, listen up, people. There's members of the brown community that understand that the black community is fed up with our crap. It's irritating, it's agitating, and it's frustrating when you see the stupidity and the dumb pendejos out there who are waving the Mexican flag out there protesting for illegals, criminals, people who've been in this country. I know people who've been in this country 70 years, don't even speak a word of English. You go into a warehouse and they're all paisans. And you're thinking to myself, did I just step into Mexico or TJ? And then when they find out you speak a little Spanish or you just, the discrimination of Mexicans against Mexican Americans is disgraceful. They get all uppity thinking, oh, they're better than us because what, you speak 2 languages? Whatever, puto.
So you saying that that's what it is, that it's illegals against legals.
It's a fluid situation. It's more than just that, but that's just one of the root variables that are pertaining to the situation that's happening right now that you're seeing that is playing out on television.
Okay.
There's a lot of educated people out there that are from my community, and there's a hell of a lot more of uneducated people out there that think that they're right.
Okay. This what we need right here, though, man. This
a lot of us who've been in this country did it the right way. They get mad and frustrated. Oh, it takes too long. Oh, is this? It's like a frustrated person waiting in line for coffee in Starbucks. They go straight to the line and bypass everybody. Or you get cut off on the freeway because a car doesn't want to wait in line and follow the procedures because it doesn't want to do order. When you go into church, there's a certain sense of order. You have respect for the power and authority that's going on in church, do you not?
Yeah.
But they don't have reverence for law and order here in our country. That's what's frustrating for us Mexican Americans. When you see these illegals walking around, being all uppity, thinking that they're better than us because what they came over illegally because they got what they wanted and they're mowing lawns or they're living ghetto fabulous, and all of a sudden they get all mas chingon. That's dumb. You're not better than us. You cheated. You didn't follow the rules. That's why you got to leave the country. That's why you're got to go.
That's a good point there, man. And you know, the people need to hear this because you know, you saying you out there and you from the culture.
I am Mexican. My last name is Frank Aguilar. You can't get any more Mexican than that.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's like somebody from your community saying that they're not black when their last name is like Richard Witherspoon or James Clark. You know what I'm saying? As it's like obviously you're from that community. I'm from this community and I'm speaking out and I'm telling my black brothers, please, when you judge us, keep in mind that not all of us are like that.
And I agree with you. I agree with you all the way.
Thank you.
I appreciate you calling in, my brother.
All right. Well, I hope that things work out. But the way things are, you know, it's already laid out and it's gonna get played out.
Hey man, listen, man. You got the number to the show, man. We go live twice a day. We'll be live later on the night, man. Call back in, man, so some of our night callers can hear this. Cause
I just want your community to be concerned because I want to leave you with one thing to think about, and your listeners and your viewers. Here it is. Dave Chappelle said it best. And he's a member of your community. He said, we have to look at the situation and hold our opinions with reverence. Because we know that if they're going after the brown community, they're coming after our black asses next.
That's what he said?
That's what he said. Fact check me.
I might have to look that up.
Check it out. All right. I love you guys. Everybody. Hopefully this all works out. But we'll see what happens.
Appreciate it. Much love, man. Check back in with us, bro.
I love you guys too, and keep doing what you're doing. Bye-bye.
Hey, yo, man, you heard it from somebody that was Mexican himself. You hear me? If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button and share this video. Now, that was deep for me to hear that. And I ain't even gonna lie. Sbgbtv, it's a live call-in show. What's popping?
What it do, DZ? This JD again. Hey, I want to tap in on what the Mexican brother just called in and said.
Yes,
I
sir.
totally agree, because there's a lot of different nationalities of people who paved their way and went the correct way to immigrate into this country. So that is the true fight that's going on. It is the illegals against the legals. And he said it correctly. It's like you're jumping the line. Yeah, you don't want to stand and be number 10. You want to just cut in front of everybody and be number 1. Now, the other thing about the speaking the 2 languages, they worked out in jobs. If you speak another language, they'll give you more money. So that kind of worked out for them. And it'll work out for anybody else if they speak a second language, especially if it's a popular one like Spanish. Also, I sent you a few of those things already to your email. I'm going to send you some more. I'm just digging through my phone because I share a lot of the information with a couple of my homies, and we sit there and chop it up. We just don't have channels.
Gotcha.
But I got some more stuff coming at you. I'm still on your show. So I got everything coming to you, bro. And I'll be tapping in with you. I ain't trying to, jump all on your show and try to be a regular caller and all that shit. This is your thing. But you doing some good stuff, homie. You doing some good stuff. And then also, 600 is not from our neighborhood. We don't claim that dude. And we glad he got knocked out. We all laughing at him. And Whack 100 is a rat. It's funny how he got a whole show with DJ Vlad. And they're asking him, yeah, man, so who's the number 1 Crip? Who's the guy that you attribute everything to out of history? Raymond Washington took you? Oh, no, Big U. Well, who's the guy you seen get the most hustle? Oh, Big U. But now he's a rat. He's a dummy. He's a fool. Without me, he has no thought. You know what I'm saying? So, Wax a clown. And, you seen the latest Sharice Mills thing that Loose Cannon supposedly got stabbed and all this old crap?
Fake lying.
Yeah, fake lying, homie. And then, she ain't even ashamed to be a liar, bro. You should be ashamed of that.
She's proud about it.
Yeah, she's just smiling, little old rat bear, little old rat hood rat laughing, trying to get any kind of deposits up in there that she can.
Facts.
Yeah, all right, man. I'm sending some more stuff to you in a second, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, definitely, man. Tap in with us, man. That's why we build it, man. We building a community, like-minded people. Tap in and give your opinion. We got different opinions, but we definitely want you to keep tapping in, bro.
All right, cool. I just wasn't trying to, do too much.
Nah, you good, bro. Listen, man, we trying to get this thing rolling, man, so the community gets stronger and, people can hear different people's voices and opinions.
Got you, bro. Got you.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Man, the line is open, you hear me? If you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, you hear me? Straight up and share this live. 757-770-6442. This is what it is, man. We need this. That brother that called in, that Mexican brother, hey, Frank, that was solid. You gave me something to think about right there. Because I didn't think about it like that. I'm just being real. I didn't look at it as it was the illegals against the legals. I ain't checked that out. I'm like, okay, you saying that opened my eyes right there. That's what it is. People trying to make it like it's just Mexicans. Nah, it's people that are legally here ain't feeling the people that's not legally here. Especially when somebody went through that process. When they went through the process to get the legal paperwork and you came on some backdoor shit and then you talking shit in somebody's face like you better than them, oh yeah, of course they're going to feel some type of way. And that's a fact. Anybody would. You know what I'm saying? Anybody. Knowing that you put the work in and did all the proper procedures to obtain what you needed to do to be here legally, and then you got people that came in the back door and they doing illegal shit at the same time as well, and they acting like they better than you because they cheating. That's deep. You hear me? It's a live call-in show, man. Y'all know what it is. You hear me? Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. The line is open. This is how we rocking. You hear me? Facts. We like to be raw and authentic around here. We coming from the mud. Y'all know what it is. We coming straight from the mud. And we like to be raw and authentic, open-minded. You know, everybody got their own opinion. That's what's so thorough around here. You got your own opinion, and you can be able to express your voice right here. You hear me? Trust me, and we growing. You know, you get to express yourself. 757-770-6442. Let's go, man. Line is open. You hear me? I want to hear what y'all got to say. Yeah. We definitely need more people that's from out there to let us know how they feel. You know, I really appreciate Frank calling in with that one, because that let it be known, you know. But people ain't saying that. People ain't putting that information out there when that information should be out there. You know, the people that's here legally, they like, man, shit, I went through the fire to get here. I went through the fire to get here, took the time out, all the paperwork, man, shit. They got a different respect for it. Straight up. Sbgbtv, it's a live call-in show. What's popping?
Hey, DZ, this your boy, Brother Long, man. How you feeling, fam?
What's going on, my brother? What you feel about these immigrants being deported, Trump situation, and the Mexicans saying that it's illegals versus legals? What's popping?
I feel like, you know, everybody got their own perspective and point of view, because you got to look at it from everybody's angle. Everybody's angle is very interesting. All right, so you could look at it from, let's just say you look at it from a brother like me or brothers like us. Okay, y'all want to send the Mexicans back, the farm workers and stuff like that, but brothers ain't trying to do those jobs. You know what I'm saying? So y'all messing with the economy that way. And then it's unfair to the other people that did the hard work. You know what I'm saying? And then you look at it from the legal people standpoint. Now they didn't got accustomed to our lifestyle, and they didn't got shit back over there, got nowhere to go. They probably ain't got no family over there. They spent their savings to get here. So it's all messed up around the board, and it's just like, yo, to me, I just feel like, man, our society is corrupted, man. Hey, let me tell you a quick story, DZ, and I'm gonna get off. When I was a felon, they didn't allow me to vote, DZ. You hear me?
Yeah, they changed that shit up later in life.
Yeah, this was like 2012.
Yeah, they changed that up. Now they let felons vote long as you've been out of jail for like 3 years.
Yeah, but I'm just saying though. But we got a president that's a convicted felon of 34 whatever charges.
He gave it back, Rome. He gave it back. He gave it back.
He gave his felonies back?
He gave it back. He got his shit reversed. That appeal went through.
See, that's even more corrupted. I got to do my research.
Yeah, but, he gave it back.
But yeah, I feel like it's really messy right now, and everybody got their own stance, and it's messed up for the people that's, you know, getting deported. And my girl told me that they deporting people that's legal, low key.
Hey, listen, that's what we heard. We heard that they just snatching randoms, and then they'll figure it out later. When they figure that you're illegal, we'll let you go.
Yeah, they're not doing the due diligence. When my girl told me that, I'm like, yo, that sounds too wild. That's crazy. Hold on. I got to check that out. And come to find out, they are doing that. So this is a messy situation. I hope that, you know, we could come to some type of calmness. But it's crazy, man. But anyway, DZ, man, I love your message, man. I love what you got going on. You know I'm tuned in with you.
I appreciate you, brother Rome, man. Make sure you stay locked in, man. Make sure you share the live. Hit that like button.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate you.
Yep.
Man, listen. If you haven't already hit the subscribe button, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. Facts. You know, I appreciate all y'all. We go in. You hear me? Sbgbtv. It's a live call-in show. What's popping?
Wait, give me 1 second because I was on my speaker box. Okay. I just came from walking out in my community, baby, okay?
All right, I wanted to show you this. I'm on live now. You see what we got now.
You know what? You
This,
got to say, yeah, there we go.
it's going up. You remember, put this up on the site by tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? It's going up. These right here, y'all can get them on the site. They'll be on there by tomorrow. You hear me?
Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna need them for the summer. I got tumblers, but I'm repping you.
That's a 40 ounce joint too. It's a big one.
Well, I ain't drinking no 40 ounces. I ain't no beer person, but I can't put a pint of liquor in that and walk around the streets there. I can put some ice cubes and some water.
Yeah, that's what I want you to stay hydrated. I don't want you to, be all out of control. You can put the drink in the house with that one. I want you to keep that one to be hydrated.
That mean I gotta buy 6. It's 5 in the house, and it's 5. I gotta buy 7. It's 5 in the house, and I buy 2. I get 2, so that's 7.
Yeah, and then we got the green on too. We gonna put the green up there. We just got the red, the green. We about to start going in with different colors for the people.
Can you get the blue?
Yeah, we gonna have the blue too.
All right, don't let the blue be last.
All right, we ain't gonna let the blue be last. We gonna get the blue ASAP. But we gonna go all colors. We gonna have the pink, blue. We gonna go all of them.
And I still ask you because the summer is starting. If you willing to invest in that with some tank tops, it gets hot out here. And sometimes you just want to have
we
tank
gonna put
top
it on the tank top too. Listen, we ain't playing no game. We gonna put it on the tank top too. Y'all gotta check the site out, sbgbtv.com. Yeah, we gonna put them on there.
I appreciate you. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna support. I am.
And I appreciate you.
My son trying to jack me for the blue. I mean, not the blue. Even the hoodies. Do some of the hoodies in a different color.
I'm gonna do everything gonna be different colors. Trust me.
Okay. Cause I ordered the 2 black hoodies and the gray hoodies and the t-shirts. My son don't want the gray hoodie. He want the black hoodie. I'm like, son, what I look like wearing 2 black hoodies all the time? I ordered a black one for you, a black one for me, and a gray one for me. I got a black shirt for me, a yellow shirt for your sister. I was just telling, and he got on me. He said he got a lot of compliments. I don't know how to say it for men, but it's still the same. He said he got a lot of compliments when he wore it out yesterday. But he was like, Mom, I want the black one. I want the gray one. And I was like, no, you can't have the gray one. But if you want it, it's 44 and some tax. You can get it. I don't know. I gotta hide it because he gonna take it. That's my 20-year-old, not the 13-year-old. Now look. I walked around in the neighborhood today. I can tell you it's more quiet. And I'm not that far from Alondra and Atlantic.
Okay.
They gonna clear them out over there because it's a high school over there. Where you have to go if you're in Compton. So it's a border. So you have Alondra and Atlantic where you see that big old donut that say Dale's. And then like about 2 or 3 blocks up from there is Atlantic Place. The high school is right there. It's called Dominguez. Everything is zoned off real crazy, and they're getting around to changing it. So that's where my 13 would go entering into the 9th grade. But Compton High is 4 blocks up from where I stay. So I don't understand why he got to go way over there. So I'm saying that to say, I spoke to some people, my neighbors. I check on my neighbors. On my block, it's 12 houses, and it's only 4 blacks on the whole house, on the whole block. Okay. Everybody else is Hispanic. We all checking with them. They ain't never had no problem with me having my Trump signs in the yard or none of that. But what I can tell you what they told me, and they're older, they're retired. if you catch my drift, they come from that money where they could rebuild their homes, but they've been on the block for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And they said they don't like the illegals causing problems for those that are legal.
Mm.
They don't like that. And then it's not just the Latinos, it's the Africans, it's the Haitians, it's all of them. Those that are causing all the problems and burning the businesses and stuff, most of them around here, they dry, they got everybody good and well set in their ways. Meaning as far as money, they know how to deal with it, how to ration it, how to take it through the month, all of that. They retire, work their gas company, all of that. Sometimes they say they just want to walk because they want to save their gas when they go out far. But if it's in the neighborhood, you can walk. They said if they burning down the small businesses, they can't walk nowhere now. Now they got to get in their cars. They got to drive further because the place that they could have took a nice walk to is now burnt down or broken into. The small businesses, some of them around here, when they got broken into, California is revoking people insurances.
Why they doing that?
Because they want to turn it into a smart city and get it ready for the World Cup next year and get it ready for the Olympics in 2028.
Okay.
That's why they started introducing those driverless cars.
Okay.
They do it in other countries. But you finna have people coming into California on a global mass. And I talked to some business owners and the residents, and they saying they don't like the fact that the illegals are breaking into their properties and that the illegals jumped the line. And they talking to me. They Spanish is kind of broken. Some of them been here for a long time. I mean, they up in age. You know, my age, they older than me. And I'm new in this area. I came from Inglewood, Hawthorne, and moved over here because they ran a lot of people out of Inglewood and Hawthorne by raising the rent. A 1-bedroom is $2,500.
Whoa.
In Inglewood or Hawthorne.
That's heavy.
Jumping from if you was paying $900 to $1,200 a month.
Yeah, that's heavy.
They built 3. They got the Intuitive Stadium on Century and Prairie. Then they got the Hollywood Casino. They used to be the Hollywood racetracks, but made it an outdoor. I'm older, so may not be using the correct words. Outdoor like shopping mall, a strip mall, like the Grove. Because you're not from here, the wording might be different, but those that are in the chat may understand what I'm saying. You got an AMC, all that. That's just across the street. Then after that, you got the SoFi Stadium. Then after the SoFi Stadium, you walk across the street again, and that's the Forum. It's all in one stretch of a line, less than 0.1 mile. It's congested over there. The Lyft drivers don't like to go over there. And what I will say, because this is a sanctuary state and Los Angeles County, not just the city, the county, and there are a lot of cities within the county, they housed the illegals when they came in. But they took their time of getting their paperwork right. but they gave them the money because they was banking on Kamala winning. But she didn't, because in the lieu of you housing and giving the illegals all the money, and understand, I want everybody to hear me in the chat, and you also, brother, I don't have a problem with anyone coming here, but you got to do it legal. But your legal migrants, they have a problem because they had to climb up the food chain. The illegals came from the bottom and was automatically pushed up to the top. That was the Democrats' purpose, because they're looking for the votes. They know they're losing California and other blue states. California would be one. Chicago, of course, would be another. I'm unsure about New York. I think New York is still half and half. So they're upset because the ones that are illegal that come over here, they're not the pick of the cream. They the bottom feeders. And they bringing that bottom feeder with them, and they causing destruction. And I'm not saying all of them, but I will tell you it's 97% of them. You see more young men between the ages of 18 to 45 that is able to work in their own country. And they come over here. The women that come over here, I don't have a problem with that, and the children. But how you lose 300,000 children, and then you human traffic them out within the United States of America, and the Democrats never went to look for them. I can tell you, when Trump took office, according to Doge, they found 85,000 of them children. They had put them in foster care, and they put them in the worst foster homes they could. Girls' homes, boys' homes. It's all about the money, because they got to figure out a way to say where they put this money. Let me tell you, and I know this for a fact, because I spoke to someone that's in Leo, which is law enforcement, our law enforcement. When they raided downtown in the fabric district, they had already been watching them people. They were funneling the money through the warehouses, like your seamstress and stuff, and things of that nature. And I ain't taking nothing away from the Hispanics, the Haitians, the Russians, the Chinas, the Asians, anybody that come over here, but they're good seamstress and things of that nature. There were no black people in there at all, even of being illegal. I'm gonna tell you this. When the Hispanics get their stuff together here in LA County, I can't speak of no other county, they don't hire us. I'm good to work at your taco stand, but you won't hire me because I'm not bilingual. But you're in a country where we mainly speak English. I don't speak Asian. I don't speak the Portuguese Creole. I don't speak none of that. But you won't hire me. You'll just hire your own. When you go in some of they little moms and pop markets, they charge us a different price than they do them, because they start speaking to them in Spanish.
Ooh. That's
and they might tell them to wait around, so they can overcharge me. I know, because in my community, I want to put money back in my community, wherever I'm at. but treat me fairly. We can't open no beauty supplies over here. They pass that over to the Asians. It's hard for us to open markets. And they make it and try to play it like we lazy. We don't want to do nothing. We do want to do stuff. But when we go and try to get the permits to to open up a business and stuff, they redline us. They don't make it as easy for us as they do for everybody else that's coming in. And I'm not just saying those that come in legally, but mainly the illegals. They make it easy for them. And that's the problem that is going on. They're trying to make us go against each other. And we don't want to go against them. We already know here in Los Angeles County that most of the Hispanics and the Asians, the Africans too, they don't like us. They already say we lazy. We don't want to do nothing. We do want to do something. Because the Black household has a higher rate of not having a Black male in the household. And it's hurtful because we've been going through this for a long time. And even when they put Black leaders, so-called, in position to help us in our communities, they don't help us. They pass the torch, unfortunately, to the illegal people entering the country. How can you be from China, Africa, Haiti, wherever it may be, and you coming through the southern border? We at San Diego, we get it the worst. San Diego, Arizona, Texas, you get it the worst because they come in through there. I want everybody to be here because at the end of the day, nobody owns this global place we live on but the Most High that you serve. And sometimes the most low that is in the atmosphere. But we don't have a problem with them. But you can't be tearing down the mom and pop stores because they don't have no insurance to cover what you taking. And they don't have enough to rebuild. So then the stores just go sitting vacant. And that's what they wanted to do. So they can take it as far as eminent domain, like they did in Katrina.
Okay.
Them people couldn't make it back to their homes because Katrina, Louisiana was flooded. They target where they want to go and start building up first. It's called gentrification, not redevelopment.
Yeah, that's deep.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying my perspective, and maybe what I'm saying to make somebody have a different perspective. But the small mom and pop owners around here, they said when they was rioting, even downtown, 20, 25 miles away from where I stay, but you could get there quick if you know how to hit the back streets and you know the streets to ride on. They was closing their stores down for fear of that traffic moving back this way because Governor Newsom is telling these police that are within LA County, do not move forward when these protesters approach you. How would you feel if you get up every day to go to work as an ICE worker, a police officer, sending your children to school, and you got a violent mob that's just coming through, tearing everything up? Everybody hate the police until they need them.
Yeah, that's deep though.
Everybody hate the police until they need them. LA County is not an open and carry county. And then if you break into my house and I shoot you, do you know they still gonna lock me up until they figure out what's going on? That's the same thing they doing right now. But they're falling back Because now, I hate to say it over your platform, but they didn't pull the Marines out. The National Guards is just on standby.
It ain't playing.
But they not helping by way of Maxine Waters, Karen Bass, and Gavin Newsom. Every time Gavin Newsom come up and do a briefing, look how glossy and red his eyes is. Just look. Just check them out when you see them. Every time you get pulled over or go through a DUI stop, first thing they do is want to flash the light in your eyes to see how your pupils going to retract or dilate. We already know Gavin Newsom had a problem with substance. That was known. But I want everybody to understand, we all don't hate, but we all not coming to the forefront, not when you got people that are illegal that are tearing up our city. You flying your flag, you burning the American flag. Do you know that's a federal crime to burn the American flag?
Yeah.
Do you know if the American flag touched the ground when the police department or the fire department is taking it down for the night and it touched the ground, they got to get a whole new flag and retire that flag? And that's at any police department or fire department around the country. You can't let that flag touch. The reason of holding your flag up when you go over to other countries, when we was at war with Afghan and all of them, is to say, I have conquered this particular land and now it belongs to us. They're out here burning the American flag and waving their flag and acting a plumb fool. Don't nobody want to go outside here in LA and have to deal with that. I make sure I'm out early in the morning and I'm back in by 3, 4 o'clock before everybody started getting off work. I'm blessed. I get to work from home, but yet and still, I still have one child that got to go out to school. I got a son that got to go out to work, and that's my concern. But we want y'all here, but we want you here the right way. But the legal immigrants are more mad at the illegals than us as American citizens are. What that man say down there in Florida, DeSantis, we're not going to have what y'all had going over there in LA, and Chicago, and New York. He made my favorite phrase. We're going to shoot you dead. No, we're going to graveyard dead you, or whatever he said.
That's what he said too.
You got to move forward and fast. It's out of hand, but they want it to be out of hand. So if you let the masses keep coming in like that, you think they just gonna stay in one spot? It become crabs on top of crabs. They say if you see 1 mice, it's 4 mice. If you see 2 roaches, it's 12. And that's what we dealing with. But it's like we don't have no say-so in California. We asking them to help. Let the National Guard stay here. Let the Marines just be a visible sight so they won't tear nothing up. Because if they can't tear down buildings and small businesses no more, when they come up your street, what's going to happen? I don't stay in the gated community. All because of the HOA rules. They out of control. But they not going to Beverly Hills. They not going to certain cities around here where they know the police ain't gonna fuck around with them. They coming into the hoods. And a lot of these hoods are well off. They flooded us. It's like they flooded us with the drugs. Crack was all good and dandy. It wasn't no laws. You couldn't get locked up. No, none of that. until they white children and they rich children start coming into our neighborhoods buying that shit.
Changed the whole game. Now they sending all the niggas to jail.
Come on. Back in the 80s, you got caught with a $5 piece of crack. They gave you football jersey numbers. For a $5 piece of crack, you finna give me 30 years?
Yeah.
But as long as it stayed in our neighborhoods, they didn't care. They wouldn't even answer the calls. When motherfuckers start mixing that cocaine up with that B12 and blowing niggas' hearts out their chest, they didn't care. This is the same thing. The Democrats let this get out of control. It has nothing to do with Donald Trump. Donald Trump is just following the laws. Y'all not mad at Obama? When he shipped out all them illegal immigrants? Y'all not mad at Hillary Clinton when she was talking about they got to pay back taxes for being here for so many years illegally and start the process? The problem is a lot of them ain't started the process. They just came here and stayed. They got people that can sponsor them. I know that for a fact. But let them Venezuelans, them Ecuadorians, and all them try to come up through South America, through Mexico, they gonna shoot them dead. So why is it a problem if we want to kind of take up the same tactics? It don't matter how long they've been here. The problem is some of them got to go. We didn't get the pick of the barrel. We got the scum off your shoes, like trying to get gum off your shoes. They knew they was gangbangers. They knew they were killers. They knew they wasn't good for nothing. But if you between the age of 18 and 35, you need to stay in your country and try to help. They sent out draft letters. They sent my 20-year-old son 4 draft letters, and we just didn't even answer. They started doing that last year. Making them register. So I understand what everybody's saying, but at some point, if you don't get some discipline and structure and trying to get some people out, it's going to be the wild, wild west, the OK Corral. I'm not for everybody being taken away. I don't think you should be going to nobody's schools, no graduations, scaring these babies. But ICE understands the majority of your children from the age of 3 to 18 in the last 4 years came through here illegally. But I don't want nobody to be separated from their family. They say your biggest atrocity was the Holocaust. That's because it was able to be photographed and you could see it. Your biggest atrocity was slavery. And when they came and took our ancestors, they took the cream of the crop. They took scientists. They took builders. They took doctors, lawyers, whatever they was doing. That's why we able to move everywhere and continue to build, because it's in our DNA. What's coming over now is bottom feeders. Not all of them, but a good majority of them. The Mexican girls love my boys, and he be hanging out with 2 of them, and one of them in the service. I asked her, I said, y'all date, which one of y'all my son dating? Because he fine, and the girls he got, they fine. I promise you, they are so cute. They both told me I wouldn't be able to take him home with me because he wouldn't be accepted at my house with my family.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not how what I want people to understand. Trump is only implementing what's already on the law books. And he's trying to do it in such a quick way because he knows he's not going to be able to run again. And he's just trying to make our soil good. What we got is terrorists on our soil, domestic terrorists. They have come in. I'm going to give you a good phrase and then I'm going to hang up. And I'm welcome to whatever anyone want to say, just have an open mind. It's like having squatters.
Yeah.
You on your place. If you stay gone too long, say you want to leave here and go over to Italy and stay for a month, and they realize that your house ain't being occupied, even though the lights are coming on and off, you got them on a timer. How many people have you seen just from American citizens that move into people's homes as squatters and the owner can't get them out without taking them to court?
Yeah, that should happen all the time.
Okay, it's the same thing. But I appreciate you. I appreciate the tumblers, and I did my little 7-mile walk today, and okay. I'm feeling good. The lettuce, I didn't upgrade it myself. I'm putting grilled chicken and some dressing on my lettuce and stuff, but I'm doing better. I appreciate you. And I'm waiting for you to get the information for your channel as far as your fitness channel. So I can follow that also.
Yeah, I gotta start uploading on there. SBGB fitness. Okay,
but thank you for allowing me to call in, and I appreciate everybody. So if anyone says something when I'm on the phone, I'm not watching the chat and stuff, but I love everyone. At the end of the day, we all human, but you got to have an open mind and you got to use common sense, because you wouldn't like no one to break into your home, you know?
Yeah.
But God bless us all. That's just the way I look at it from. I wouldn't, anybody come over here breaking in, they ain't gonna leave the way they came in. That's all I'm saying. Thanks. Anybody that try to come and touch my children and pull them out of school, that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. But the Democrats are using these people as a shield as far as the good illegals that came in and really was fleeing. They used them, and now that they out of office, they trying to make them feel like you got to go fight this fight. No, I don't have to fight this fight. All they got to do is just leave with their children and everything. You get $1,000 and you get a plane to take you wherever you want. You ain't got to go back to Mexico. You can find another country that's taking illegals. Maybe you can go over to Italy, go over to France. But the fact is, you get $1,000 and you get a free plane ride. Because I could tell you here in California, they was getting $5,000 as long as they were a family for each person in the household off of welfare, the cash side. The food stamp side, they was getting up to $13,000 a month. They was getting free housing. They bought cars. But you didn't take the time to put that money aside and start on your paperwork. That's what I'm upset about, because you've been getting this money for over 4 years before Trump came in. You didn't put none of your money up? No, because they were sending it back to their country, to their loved ones they left behind, and paying the coyotes.
Yeah, that's deep, and that's what they do. That's what they do.
I'm just saying, if I'm wrong, correct me, because I'm always open to learning something new. I'm never too old to learn something new. And get them allergies right. Go get you some Claritin, little brother. That grass cutting your ass up today.
Yeah, I cut that grass yesterday. That shit hit me, bro. It hit me today. I said, "Oh, there it go."
That's what you get for swooping the gas. That's what you get for having that Maybach cutter where you sit up on that seat and be having the ear muffins on your ear so you can't hear that motor going, but you got that music running through there, listening to your old school music. That's what your ass get. With love, respect, discipline, and consistency to all of us in the chat. We stand together, united we stand, and divided we fall. And that's what we need to do. And I appreciate you all for listening to me and just taking my call. I love you, baby.
I appreciate you. Much love.
All right, baby.
Man, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share this video. You know I appreciate all y'all. Sbgbtv, it's a live call-in show. What's poppin'?
Hey, what up, man? It's JD again, man. Third time calling you today, bro.
Yes,
This is
sir.
crazy.
What's poppin', JD?
Yeah, I was listening to the sister you just had speaking just now, the older lady. She's 100% on point. Those folks was getting all kind of money and set asides. They were getting secret job fairs to where nobody knew about these things. They were getting put up in housing, free housing for 2 years, free apartments for 2 years. And no one had a problem with it when Black Chicago was complaining about it. Because there was one sister named Make Chicago Red Again, and there was another older sister with dreads. She was in every meeting talking about their mayor, Brandon Johnson, saying, why are you closing down schools, turning them into housing facilities for illegals? Why are you closing down parks and turning them into facilities for illegals? Why are you giving illegals all of this money? And they were saying that they weren't giving illegals any money. And then one went viral either on TikTok or YouTube, where he was like, yeah, we're here for you. No more money for you, black, you lazy blacks. That's why we got money. And started showing a receipt. And that receipt showed the balance was like $13,000 after this person had brought like hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of groceries, bro, because they didn't know how to use their card. And I'm not making fun of the person for being ignorant on not knowing how to use the card. So that's not the purpose of that. But that's how this stuff was found out. Black Chicago was complaining for years. And then as soon as it happened to white Chicago, then it became an issue. As soon as it started hitting the internet and everybody else started finding out, then it became an issue. Well, black people been hollering about, hey man, it's illegals over here with some people that just come in here all through the different times of the night. They got armed guards over this building over here. Like, what is all this about? So they started investigating. You couldn't even go to those buildings to see what was happening. The guards would tell you to get away. You know, they had guns on them. You know, they would tell you to back up. And, you know, people just started being nosy and finding out, and then following people, seeing where they was going. A lot of people that were from Venezuela that were in these facilities were sneaking their handguns through like the food carts. They would hide guns inside the little styrofoam tray and be handing them out. And that's when that trendy agua shit, you know, was popping up. I know it's kind of taboo, but when people were talking about illegals were eating cats and all of that shit, a lot of folks don't know that's Haitian voodoo, and they practice that voodoo. Some people don't know that. Some people are old enough to know that. Like I told you before, I'm 50, so I've been around, bro. But I'm not your average 50-year-old. Haitian voodoo, they did have some people on video showing them how they was stealing people's pets in Colorado. They also showed that there were people, and they were Venezuelans. So this ain't a shot at the brother Frank who called earlier, because Frank was on some real solid stuff when he was talking. But they were Venezuelan friendly agile cats, and they took over 2 apartment buildings in Colorado, and it was either the mayor who said it wasn't going on or the police chief who said it wasn't going on. And whichever one that said it was not going on, the other one said it was going on. So they were fighting with each other, and they didn't want nobody to know what was happening. The police were told not to even do anything about it. Then I think when Holman and Trump took over, and keep in mind, Holman was Obama's deporter guy, whatever his title is. He went over there. They got the police to do their job and got them up out of there. You know what I mean? And it's not even that people dislike Mexicans, Central Americans. It's none of that. They don't understand it was our ancestors' civil rights that got them over here. They put in minority, and that made it to where they can come over here. But they treat us like we're a problem, when if it wasn't for the fight of our parents and our grandparents, they wouldn't be here. So they need to show respect when they're here, not this disingenuous looking down their nose at us like they're better than us. You wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for our people's getting dogs sicked on them, water hose sicked on them, beat up, thrown in jail, sometimes even beat to death, just for the right to be looked at as a black human being by these racist white animals. And then you guys come over here and join with them. Even the legal ones do that. Because I'm not talking about just illegals with this racism. It's the whole Latino community that has something against black people. You know, I don't know if it's because they chicks dig the men and some of their men dig our chicks. I don't know what the deal is, but it's their whole community. Yeah, you might find 5 or 6 that, oh yeah, I'm cool with the brothers. Yeah, but what about the other 5 or 6 or 10,000 that don't?
Yeah. I hear you there, brother. Yeah. Because it's definitely like that all around.
Yeah. You know, look, I ain't on here, you know, crying about it like, hey, man, you know, if y'all just be cool with us, we'll help you. No, I don't want none of us to help them because it ain't our fight. Just like the man said earlier, it's a battle of legal versus illegal, and they don't want us to know that because they want everybody else to join in the fight. So once everybody else joins in, then they can just lock down the country state by state and do what they want to do. But as long as it's just them, then they let them go ahead and get these little white anarchists that's out there. Because if you look at the videos, even though CNN, MSNBC won't show you everything, you got to go online to see this stuff. Most of the people who are doing the burning and the looting, even waving those foreign flags, those are white people doing that stuff, bro. And I sent you that info. I made sure I sent you that info. Those are white folks, homie. And it's the name of that group is called No Kings. That's the one who's trying to go recruit because they're saying that Trump is coming over on like a king mentality or something. Okay. Where he wants to rule and all that. I ain't into all that. But the point is, most of these people, if not the majority of them, are white Democrats trying to overthrow this current government by using the illegal thing with the heartstrings about, look, they're carrying them away from kids. And they brought their children into this. Some of them even send their children over here by themselves with hopes that somebody will grab them and take care of them, and maybe they'll link up with them when they come over or not. Paying the coyotes to sneak them over here. They don't know what's happening with their kids. Some of these kids end up being in prostitution, drug smuggling, raped, killed. They don't know if they ever see that kid again, but they'll send them up out of their country, knowing their country is bad. Instead of doing all this crap over there to make their country better, they come do it over here and then say, oh, y'all racist, y'all don't want us here. I wouldn't want you here neither. We can't go to no other country and get treated like foreigners get treated. No matter what color the foreigner. We can't go to Europe and just say, hey, man, you know, we came over here, we ain't got nothing, so y'all gonna have to take care of us. And then they say, okay, cool, yeah, come on through. Here goes a house for you, here goes a couple of cards for you, and here goes a vehicle for you, and, you know, we're gonna have job fair starting tomorrow, and guess what? Only you guys are allowed to come. I'm gonna find this other article in Oregon. They had this one Latino guy, because I don't know where the man's from, so I'm not gonna say he's Mexican or wherever. He's a Latino brother. Mm-hmm. $30,000 down payment on a home. Only illegal immigrants need to apply.
Yeah, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it on. I'm just Google it. There it is, and it's from a reputable newspaper. I don't see nothing from no funny newspapers that, you know, you can't find nowhere else. This stuff is like LA Times, Washington Post, San Diego Tribune. It's real stuff. I don't see no AI crap or none of that, but this shit is real. I mean, they've been doing this since the Biden-Harris thing. That was their whole thing, was to start replacing the Democratic vote with a different class of people, because they started to lose the black vote during the Bill Clinton campaign. They tried to get it back with Obama, and they saw it started going down again. So they said, they take these graphs and all of this stuff, and they do all this analytics to find out where they went in and losing at. You know, these people play on a different level than we do. And when they saw that analytics saying, like, you're losing the black vote, They even tried to play the "you don't want a woman in power, that's why you wouldn't vote for Harris" and all that. It wasn't about that. The candidate was just weak. If you could have ran somebody else, Bernie Sanders 2 times, they tricked him out of his campaign, and he sent all his votes to Hillary, and she lost to Trump the first time, and then they did it again, and he had to step down for Biden this time. So people wanted Bernie before, so it wasn't the fact that it was a woman, it was just the fact it was a weak candidate. But they won't tell you the truth because they can throw racism in there. They know that makes us crazy because we've been hated on since we met these people. They know they throw kids in there. That makes us crazy because we love kids. They know what they're doing. We just don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, but I know you got folks want to get in there. They got opinions too, bro.
I'm with you on that one.
All right,
I appreciate you calling in, bro.
Yes, sir. Peace.
If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button and share this video, man. I appreciate all of y'all. That's a fact. The line is open, though. 757-770-6442. You got an opinion, too. Let us know how you feel. We definitely getting some good information today. Today, this live right here, it's been some good information. People been spitting, and we hearing it from men, women, people that are of Mexican, different black people. We ain't had somebody white call in yet. I ain't hear no white people calling yet, but the line is open. Let us know how you feel, man. Get real. Before we get up out of here, let us know how you feel. Hit that like button too. Hit that subscribe button. And share this live. Straight up. Yeah, this was an informative live. Information. Open your mind up. Y'all know how I feel. Straight up. Y'all know how I feel. For me seeing what they doing, me being a brother, I know damn well that they can shut this shit down that got all of our people confused with. All that street shit, moving the pack, that shit there, they can shut it down. They don't want to. So, that's what I'm talking about. They got us all confused. Straight confused. They can shut it down if they want. Anything. Keep the job busy for them. And they play like they don't understand it. Nah, y'all know what it is. That shit is meant to be like that, man. Meant to be. Meant to be. Yeah. Meant to be. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button, man. This live was wide open. I like this one. I really like this. We got to start having more conversations in the daytime where, people interact and give their opinion. That's big. Yeah. Yeah. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Share this video. And he said that's what Whack 100 trying to do. Queen Ada, hey, blue chicken. Yeah. Yeah. This was a great live. Straight up. Clean up the streets. Yeah. Yeah, y'all. Oh, man. But I appreciate y'all, man. Go check the merch out. Sbgbtv.com. If you want us to promote anything for you, you can email me at sbgbtv@gmail.com. If you want to become a member, hit that join button. I got next time get the membership pinned up there when I do the live like this. And yeah, we'll be back later on tonight at 12:30 a.m. East Coast time, 9:30 p.m. West Coast time. You know, for all the people that rock with us, appreciate y'all, man. If you are a member, put a 1 in the chat so we can shout you out. And you know, I appreciate all y'all. That's a fact. Too much. See y'all tonight, most definitely. Yeah. RM, Leon, Trees, Mistress Sedina, Run the Table, Blue Chicken, Brooklyn. Yeah. Fine Shorty. Yeah, man. All the people. Trees. All the people that rock with the fam. I appreciate y'all, man. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. You know, shout out to all y'all. Everybody that interacted in the chat, called in, became a member, subscribed. Baton down for the donation. And appreciate y'all, man. We going up. Stay locked in, man. Y'all already know what it is. It's not about the setback. It's about the get back. Nah.